Now, the accountability number one for everyone in this room is to just start recording everything. You don't need to use some super special AI tool, use Plaid, use Zero, use Real. You don't need to do any of that that costs $1 quadrillion. Record it on your iPhone, record it with Otter or Granola or something. Record your interactions. If you're in a two-party state, you legally have to tell them. So tell them. If you're in a one-party state, you do not have to tell anyone.
We're a one-party state.
It's gonna be up to you. I'm not legal, this is not advice, I'm not an attorney, you're not gonna come back at me. You do what makes sense for your state, but you gotta start recording stuff. With the experience that y'all have, if you had a rep that was just struggling, maybe they're telling you, homeowner says, oh, they're gonna wait, but y'all listen to the full interaction, probably gonna figure out what the heck is going on. But if it's not recorded, how do we do that? Then you're just taking your sales reps at face value of what they say. And remember, all of us, no one in here likes to be challenged. We like a challenge maybe, but nobody wants to be challenged, their manhood challenge in front of everyone. Nobody likes that. So why would we recount what we ran into as anything but the thing that feels better for us? Some people are not, this is not gonna apply to. Some people are gonna be ethical and own it, get up on the cross themselves and yeehaw. Most people are not though. Most people don't wanna be embarrassed in front of people. This practice schedule in front of people recorded live in office or on Zoom will help them flex the muscle of being comfortable with accountability. If you knew that every interaction that you had was recorded to do with business, there's gonna be some things that just go away because people are not gonna be willing to take the risk that it may get thrown back at them. You're gonna get rid of some garbage, not all of it. You're still gonna have the he said, she said, but you're gonna have a recording. Your sales conversations, your ride-alongs, you're at the home, when you're doing proposal drops, your calls, your texts, your emails. Don't really care what you use to do it, but record all of it. There's no reason not to. Because you need accountability. There needs to be a downside to not doing it correctly. But if they don't know by their source materials what success looks like, how do you hold them accountable? It's just a toothless argument. Oh yeah, if you don't do this, if you don't get me, 1 million a quarter, I know that's a crazy thing to say, but if you don't get me 1 million a quarter, you're fired. Well, amazing. Did you set them up with the amount of practice that they need to sell $4 million a year as a solo rep? Did you get them the structure and the source materials that they need to then implement and study on their own and then practice to even come close to that? Or do you just say, hey, I want you to do this super special thing that no one in our company has ever done, and you've got to figure out how to get there, but I can't help you. If you just don't do it, you're just fired. What kind of nonsense is that? That's crazy. Everybody following? Questions, comments, concerns?
When you say record everything, you're talking, like I'm not a sales guy, you're talking record the sale call?
I'm talking about everything. Every interaction with the customer, you record everything.
Gotcha.
And you let them know it's recorded if you're in a two-party state. Don't put yourself in a compliance crosshair with the FTC or anybody else. Don't do that. But also, don't not record because you're afraid to tell them it's recorded. Now, you obviously have to have workaround. You got to have word tracks around why we record. We don't record because we want to blast your information anywhere. We record so that we're accountable. So we're accountable to our process. We're accountable to giving you a 5-star experience. And if we fail on that, we need to be held accountable, and we cannot do that unless they can hear our combos. But it's uncomfortable. And anyone that's been with you for a long time that doesn't do this will not like it. We had 2 reps quit when we started recording everything, almost immediately. Like a weekend, I'm like, where's your recordings? Oh, I forgot. You didn't forget, sir. You didn't want to record.